I'm from a grimy era, let's talk about it. Gotta keep a pole, can't walk without it. Did some things in the streets, but I won't talk about it. Seen some things in the streets, but I won't talk about it. I'm from a hood that's thorough, they don't play here. And they don't play on these blocks, it ain't a daycare. A new kid gets shot every day here. I guess that's why my heart colder than the rain there. dvderatv back at y'all with another one. Y'all know the slogan. Let's get straight into this one. Now, Maino will break into the music industry in the DVD era, and he'll have somewhat of a bad boy reputation. But being as young as he was at the time and coming home after serving a 10-year bid, that may have been all he knew. Because when you're forced to live in certain conditions, people tend to snap in survival mode. And this muscle approach would eventually work for Maino. And for years, he was looked at as the bad boy from Brooklyn. Some may agree, some may not agree.
I remember Maino coming to every DJ, smacking DJs, choking DJs, threatening. Maino was a beast. When Maino came, he was an animal. Right.
Now, towards the end of the DVD era, we would get another Brooklyn rapper with somewhat a similar demeanor as Maino. Now, Rod Diggs had jail weight on him, kind of tall in height, and he looked like a no-nonsense type of dude. Now, I'm sure Rod Diggs was laying his muscle game down, but Rod Diggs had a kind of energy where it looked like he could move the crowd.
I'm the big homie, 5,000 down moves that'll kill for me.
Where people wanted to be down with him in hopes of being on his good side and also being protected when they're around him. But for the most part, he took the same approach as Maino, calling out rappers and just stirring the pot. Now, out of the blue, rumors would come out that Maino and Rod wasn't on the same page. And one to think, like, how was that? Rod Diggs was the murder team with Uncle Murder and Waka Flocka, and Maino and Uncle Murder was close at the time. And also, Rod Diggs worked with Push Montana, who Maino once had under the wing and was pushing. And Rod Diggs even shouted out Maino's Hustle Hard crew on his Bring It Back record. But nearly 10 years after Rod Diggs was sentenced to 12 life terms and 105 years, these stories would surface the internet about Maino and Rod Diggs having some problems.
Maino was shooting a video in one of the projects, nigga Juana's. I can't remember what it was called. Rod Diggs walked over, he said, cut this off.
He beat the brakes off Mousy, my nigga, for real, yo. He beat the shit out Mousy, man. But they was trying to blackboard Rod, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I had to put call niggas, man.
He's repeating things that he's getting off the internet from that on the internet. Back to what you said. There's the story, and I've heard many of them. There's the story about Rod Diggs and Free Him, about him approaching me at a video shoot, shutting the video down, and making me pack up. That absolutely never happened. We've never had a run-in at a video shoot. There's also a story about Rod Diggs allegedly beating my brother up in the studio. That absolutely never happened. False, make-believe.
Now, what Maino did actually say happened in his Queen's Flip interview was that in his people's clash with Rod Diggs' people, but him and Rod Diggs weren't involved with the situation. And actually, that was how he actually met Rod Diggs. Now, he said Rod Diggs may have had a problem prior to the clash in the club, but after they got on the phone the next day and pieced everything up, they had a relationship from there on.
He had been going off some information and said a couple things. I had never seen him, though. His people, my people, they clashed a little bit, and that next day, it all got
neutralized.
Right.
Now, according to Maino, he's saying these rumors are not true. Rod Diggs never shut his video shoot down, and his brother never got beat up in the studio by Rod Diggs. Only thing that ever happened was their people clashed in the club, and they weren't involved. Now, jump in my comment section and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like these things did actually happen and Maino's just denying it? Now, what I will say is this. On the internet, a lot of false narratives be spreading. People will hear stories and spread them without doing fact checking. You get what I'm saying? And they want to believe these stories just because the lie is more entertaining than the truth. And to be honest, it wouldn't be a good idea for Maino to say these things never happened if they really happened, because Rod Diggs is in jail. He's not dead. The truth can always come out. Supposedly, Rod Diggs was in Jim Jones' studio, or a studio that Jim Jones worked at often, and basically Jimmy wasn't feeling something that happened with Rod Diggs, so he told him to take that blood shit outside. Now, Rod Diggs got mad, and before he left, he had break a glass door in the studio. Now, supposedly later on that night, Jim Jones is at Sue's nightclub, and Rod Diggs will pop up. Now, the DJ will shout Rod Diggs out and let it be known that Rod Diggs was in the building. Now, it's reported Jim Jones would hear the DJ shout out Rod Diggs, and he had laid eyes on Rod Diggs, and it said when Jim Jones seen Rod Diggs, it looked like he seen a ghost. Now, Jim Jones will be able to leave Suze and make it out safe, even though one of Rod Diggs' shooters supposedly was waiting for Rod Diggs to give him an eye signal to shoot Jimmy. So basically, Rod gave Capo a pass that night. But I ran across some classic footage from a Sub-Zero DVD with Rod Diggs, Uncle Murder, and Manhood, and Rod Diggs speaks on Jimmy and Bird Gang after their whole altercation.
Shout out to Bird Gang, my nigga Punch Jim, what's poppin', homie? Capo, I still fuck with you already know. Shout out to Melly and everybody, I still fuck with my in Harlem, it's all good.
So what I gathered from that short clip was basically whatever happened with Jim and Rod basically got ironed out. You got to remember Capo and Rod Diggs had mutual homies, and I'm sure Rod Diggs respected Mel Murder and Shooter as well as they respected him. So whatever they went through, I'm sure it wouldn't have escalated to the point where it couldn't be fixed. But I do want to say Rod Diggs was looking to the side like, yeah, I did something to them. I ran down on homie. But, you know, shout out to them. You look at his eyes like... He looked like he was up to something, yeah. So you know something definitely happened. And notice he kept saying still, like, I'm still cool with them. Yeah, I ran down and I'm still cool with them. Shout out to them. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention because I seen that classic footage from Sub-Zero. Go subscribe to Sub-Zero. His lives be very entertaining and he got some good information he bringing y'all. But anyway, if you're a fan of these old hip-hop stories, tell a friend to tell a friend about my page. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. More content coming, and I'm out.